What's going on, fam? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. For everybody who's been rocking with me, I know I ain't been posting anything for a hot minute. I haven't. But there's reasons behind that. One, I've been sick. Back in like October, like it's just been a mess, you know what I'm saying? And then the sciences got mixed into it, and it was just something that I had to sit down somewhere and deal with. But if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It really helps out a lot. Now, on TikTok, I posted up this kayak that I gotten, as you can see. And today I'm gonna do a walkthrough of this kayak and show you some of the things that I like and kind of setting it up before I put it on the water. So let's get started. So as you can see, this is the Blue Sky Boatwork 360 Angler. Now they do have another one called the Blue Sky Boatwork 360 Pro, 360 Pro. And the only difference between those is the pedal drive right here. Get out this sun. The pedal drive right here, it doesn't come with it with the Pro. It's all flat. And the other difference is there's a compartment back here for your battery. Only difference. So starting from the front to rear, the things that I've done so far on this darn thing. So as you can see on the front, ain't really did much on the front, but I added this ram mount from OC Mount for my camera angle that will be facing me. Now I got a 360 camera, and I'm gotta learn and figure out the editing of that so that I can, you know what I'm saying, put out videos with the 360 camera and I can get better camera angles. So we're gonna start with that there. Okay, along with the ram mount, you have your rod holders, which is one of the things that I like about that. I like this rod holder here. And the cool thing about it is, as far as the paddles also, I could put the paddles on the inside right here and then just lay it down. And that's where my paddle would go for that whole situation. But I can hold up to 4 rods. Yeah, 4 rods. But most likely I'm not gonna take no more than maybe 2 to 3 rods. 1 for moving baits, 1 probably, depending on time of the year, for frogging, and then 1 for, you know, all arounder. So like a Texas rig, a mid column rod, and then the top water rod, especially coming into, well, the part of the year that we're in now. We're getting ready, well, we're in the spawn basically anyway. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. So you have the ram mount here. We have this ram mount here for the over the shoulder angle. Now the thing about this pedal drive is you have your prop here, you know what I'm saying, for your pedaling. And I'll talk about why I decided to get the pedal drive from Jump Street. So with that being said, how you lower this prop is this lever here. When you pull it up halfway, it goes down so you can traverse in real skinny water. All the way up is a full deployment. And I'm touching the ground right now, so let me, not to mess that up, let me put it back down. Lock it in place. Right? Now, I've already made one modification to the Blue Sky Boatwork already, and that is my hatches here. Now the hatches all opened like this. They're all open like this here, which the back hatch opening like that, well, actually no, the back hatch opened the other way. So all I did was flip the hatches around so that they open like so. And it's easier to get into them with the hatches opening like this instead of the other way around. The chair, I would have to admit now, the mating voyage has not been done yet, but the one thing when you do get this kayak that they want you to do, I forgot the time frame that you have to do it in, but to make sure that it traveled all the way and it made it safe with no cracks or anything in the kayak, you have to put it in the water, you know what I'm saying, check it for cracks, scuffs, dings, or whatsoever to make sure it still floats and it's not taking on water. So that is the one thing that I did do with this. And I put it in that little bitty pond out there to do it. That's how I did that. And the seat is comfortable. The seat is very comfortable and I love it. I like the seat. Now, here is one of the things that I'm going to do on it, because that's pretty much all the modifications that I've done so far. Just the ram mounts, and I changed the lids. Now we're going to talk about what my plans are for this kayak. First and foremost, I don't think I need a big cooler like this. And I mean, it is big. And, you know, I just don't think I need a cooler this darn big. I think I need to shorten down my cooler, especially like for pan and bait fishing. So I might make this a little bit smaller. That way I have room for my battery, which I still could put the battery right in here. And the reason I'm going to have a battery here, well, actually two batteries. One would be for my camera mounts. One's going to be for the camera mounts in order to run my cameras. And I already got a Yak Power box, but I think the batteries are dead in it, and that was gifted to me by a friend. So that's one. The second thing that's my plan to do is I want to put a trolling motor, a bow-mounted trolling motor here. Now, the only thing about that is I don't know, as far as running the wires back to the battery here, how will that be done? Because I really don't want to go through the lid, because I believe it's going to mess up the aesthetics of it. So I don't want to go through the lid, but I don't want the wires to be all in the way. You get what I'm saying? That's the reason why I'm gonna have the battery box right here, and then I'm probably gonna have a small battery box here, just so to keep the cords out of the way. That's my thing. So I have to learn how to do that, or if y'all know somebody who could do that. And I'm about to get that trolling motor here pretty soon. I have a couple of things I have to pay off. I don't have the money like that. The other thing that I want to do is live scope and down and side imaging. Now, my plan for that, let me turn y'all around so you can see. My plan for that is because the wheels don't go into here, which I probably still could do it. I probably could put wheels up in here, but I'm not going to. But right here on this plate, because I've seen it done, is where I would probably put my live scope with my Garmin and my my screen here. And because I like to set the hook on the left side of the yak, I would have my scope for the live screen on this here. But the only problem is that I've seen, because I've been in it, is the pole would need to be long enough so that I don't have to bend over to control it. So maybe y'all can help me out with that, anybody who does kayaking, and tell me the best pole for the live scope for this, because I'm pretty high up. I'm pretty high up so that I don't have to reach down to turn it or whatsoever, you know what I'm saying, with the pole. This side here would be like for my mapping, down imaging, and side imaging. That's my plan here. So put it on here so that I don't put any holes in the plastic in mounting them. Now the mounts that I'm going to use, which I've learned about, is going to be also from OC Mount. They have the RAM mounts. They are way more stable. That is my plan. Now, that being said, the wires would have to go from the battery, well, from here to the battery. My plan is to get 2 lithium batteries, 2, and put them side by side, and then have the battery for this camera here. Or have the battery from this camera come off for whichever battery I use for the screens and the live scope. Whichever battery here, this is what this camera mount will hook into. This camera mount here would have its own battery sitting right here, out of the way. That is my plan. That is my plan. That's what I can see in my brain. Now, the rudder system for this, I don't believe I would have to use. And the rudder system is right here on the handle. And how you lower the rudder is you pull this rope and the rudder goes down, all right? Controlling of the rudder is with this handle here. So, and then when I need to stow it, pull, let the teeth catch it, and we're back up. Now, when it comes to storage, here's the thing, and here's the point that I want to do. I don't plan on putting no yak pack or the yak box on here, and that is because this cooler is actually way bigger. As you can see, it takes up the back of it pretty well. But at the same time, I do have these 4 storage compartments here on it. But my thing that I want to do is, I know there's a bag, or I heard of a bag that could go right here. There's a bag that can go right here. And that's for stuff that I'm fishing with right now, and it's kind of a quick thing where I don't have to make a lot of noise opening these hatches. That's my thing, and that's what I'm thinking about trying to do. It's like a side bag for the seat. So that's my plan as far as the storage go. Other than that, 9 times out of 10, whatever I'm going to fish with, I can make up a box for it. But I have, you know, the small Plano boxes. I can't tell you the size of them. I don't even remember what the size of them are. For crappie fishing, this thing comes with a tray where I can put my jig heads and some of my soft plastics right here for crappie. But for bass, you know, for my hard baits and all of that, the box will fit. Oh, I locked it. The box will fit in here, and I can lay them down while I'm on the water. It don't make any noise. I know, I checked that out just to be sure. Stowing and putting this thing on and off the trailer, which is over here. I custom did that trailer. Well, I did the bunks on it. I still gotta paint that. But I'll show you that, guys, here in just a second. I'll show you how that's done. I don't know how well you can hear me, but I'm just gonna do this so you can see. It's pretty light, where I can just bend down, pick up, and go. And that's all it is to it as far as loading this thing up. So I got it for that reason. I got it for that reason and the stability. I got the Blue Sky boat work for a couple of reasons. One, stability. When I was checking it out and I was testing it, I actually stood on this rail here and tried to flip it over. That pond right now, it is not that deep, but it's deep enough that it can still flip. And I tried to flip this thing. It did not flip. It did not go nowhere. It did nothing. So that's one. Second of all, I did not want to have to, I wanted the option of whether dry or wet launching this yak. I wanted that option that depending on where I am, I can dry launch this by just backing into the water and pushing it off. Or, as you've seen, I can take it off and reload it the same way. So, that's the two main reasons that I picked this yak. Now, as far as storage goes, it's a learning experience for me. I will figure that out as I go. Cannot wait for me to do my maiden voyage on it. Can't wait. Plus, you know, your boy kind of gained a little bit of weight. So this is with me pedaling, but without having the trolling motor on it right now. It's gonna do a lot of help in dropping some of this weight. But hey, that's my yak in a nutshell. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, drop a notification. Help me out with any kind of rigging ideas that I could use. Since y'all seen what it looks like, and you know, I'm new to yakking. This is my first time. I'm part of the yak family now. But with that being said, next video, I'll see you guys out there on the water.